Howdy, howdy. 2 weeks ago, I had a conversation between close friend of us and I about why I created my channel like this way. Actually, it was in my mind since long time to create a video, explain much more about why my channel like that and why I created like this way. Today, I decided to create this video for you to understand everything around and why I do something like this. When you search the internet, you will find a lot of dance classes, especially in YouTube. And of course, all of them, they are perfect. I love them very much and they did wonderful things. But suddenly, you will find we have a lack of information about dancing, especially the folk dance, oriental dance and belly dancing. This is the main point actually which pushed me to create my channel, to give you the theory and of course the history and the meaning behind and everything around what are we doing on the stage. Every place all over the world have its own type of folk dancing, and of course we can use them or some of them or some steps of them through our dancing. But sometimes people cannot understand, or let me say the audience cannot understand what are we doing on the stage. For this reason, we have to understand the history and the story and even the steps itself, to know exactly how we can transmit our feeling to the audience. This is the main point which pushed me to create my channel. Dancing consists of two main points: feeling, which I explain or I want to explain through my dance steps, and my body, which I use to explain exactly what I feel to the audience. So I have to understand the difference between both and how can I use both through my performance on the stage. So how can I understand what I'm doing on the stage without understanding the history and the story of the performance I perform on the stage? Even in oriental dancing and belly dancing too. And by the way, oriental dancing and belly dancing have a wide fabric, long, big fabric. So how can I know exactly if this type of step or this shape of a step it is the correct one I use exactly in this time or in this moment on the stage? This is another point pushed me also to create my channel. Really, sometimes I feel I'm facing big problem with YouTube. And I hope one day they can solve this problem, which it is difficult, I know, but no one knows. Sometimes I need to explain something on a video I have or video for someone else, because you know, language is very important for all of us to explain our feeling or to explain everything around what are we doing. And people love very much to know their mistakes to avoid it in the future. But in dancing, we are talking with our body, using our bodies. For this reason, the criticism is very important for us. How can I explain to you the mistakes without videos? Without videos to show you exactly if something wrong or something like that, even to criticism the art. So for this, it is sometimes I feel I cannot move right well or I cannot do it in the correct way. This is also what I feel I'm facing with YouTube. But I relay this through my dance classes and lectures because it's so easy to use the video and to explain everything around and even to criticism the whole points what I want to explain. All these points plus much more helped me a lot to understand what is the meaning behind, even the meaning behind the steps or the story and the history of dancing, especially my academic study, of course, which opened the door, the main gate to let me understand a lot of information which I love very much to share with you all the time. All these points pushed me to create my channel, which to be something that can help you much more to understand everything about dancing. As I told you before, all the world have their own, every place in the world has their own type of dance. But what is the difference if I say to you, for example, Debka dance? Very easy. When I say to you Debka dance, immediately your mind will go to the 11th area, which is correct. But what do you think about Iraq? They have Debka dance. What do you think about Turkey, about Egypt, about Persian? All of these areas have Debka dance, but the common one coming from 11th area, Lebanon, Syria, Palestine, and this area. If I asked you about stick dance, immediately you will think about Egypt, Upper Egypt, or maybe North Egypt. But what do you think if I told you that in Spain they have a special type of stick dance? Also China, also Japan, but the common one coming from this area, so from Egypt. For this reason, you have to understand the story and the history around this type of dance to help you a lot through your performance on the stage. By the way, and much more about dancing. I'm not talking about a special type of dance, but I give you an example to understand what is in my mind. You have the right to use your feeling in any performance you want, but inside the history and the story of this type of dance which you choose to perform on the stage. This is the correct way. If you, or let me say, I haven't any right to stop you or to say that you are wrong, or I cancel your dance if I don't understand you. I have to understand what are you doing, and if it is in the correct way, then I say okay, good. But if it is not, then I will tell you, or I have to explain to you what is the correct way for this type or this special type of dance. It is like that. Sometimes I see some dancers or some choreographers, teachers, they give order to stop this or stop that or cancel this or cancel that without know the meaning behind. Of course, they are right or they are correct if this type of dance not belongs to what the dancers wants to do or wants to dance. I know it is a little bit complicated, but it is the right way like that. For this reason, I love dancing very much, and I love to watch every type of dance. I'm not talking about a special type or something like this, but I love all type of dances. But of course, I'm melting in oriental dance or belly dancing, of course, and the folk dancing. So I have to understand the folk dancing very well, which can let me do the perfect dance steps either in belly dancing or oriental dancing. So this is the correct way, and this is the way I'm trying to push you through this path to find or to be in the top of dancing. All these points in the end pushed me to create my channel. I hope to hear your opinion about all these points, and especially yes also about my channel. And if you have something you want to ask me about or something missing or any question, please send me. I will be very happy to receive your comments and your questions about these type of dances. Thank you very much, and see you again very soon.